Greetings and welcome to our 2025 Black Graduation Celebration. My name is Dr. Rosalind Connerly. I'm the Associate Dean and Carr Family Director of the Black Community Services Center. We're about to begin, so I have a few requests. We ask that you put your cell phones on silent or vibrate for the remainder of the celebration. We also ask that you not stand in the aisles or in the front to take pictures. You will interfere with our videographer and photographers. Thank you all for cooperating this evening. Y'all ready to get this started? To help welcome our esteemed guests and graduates into the room, I would now like to invite to the stage tonight's Congolese drumming group, led by Stanford alum Kiazi Malanga, who graduated with the BA in International Relations in 2004. Now, I'll start first. Yeah. Now we will begin welcoming the class of 2025. First, we have our platform guests and readers. They're going to be followed by our bachelor's candidates, master's candidates, and doctoral candidates. Let's give a round of applause for our graduating class, our honored platform guests, readers, and our drummers. Let's give them a round of applause. It's a lot of y'all graduates. It took us a minute, but y'all in here. All right. So I'm now going to be joined on stage by a graduating student, Leanne Ozamilan. She will be leading us in the singing of the Black National Anthem. Please give them a round of applause as they approach the stage, and please stand if you are able.
Congratulations, everyone. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise loud as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Y'all sound good. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our people sighed. We have come over a way that the tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the bright gleam of our bright star has passed. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God and true to our native land.
Y'all may be seated. Thank you again, Leanne. Welcome again to all the family and friends that are here to celebrate the accomplishments of your graduating students. Again, my name is Dr. Rosalind Connerly. I'm the Associate Dean and Carr Family Director of the Black Community Services Center, affectionately known as the Black House. Before we continue with the ceremony, I would like to begin with a land acknowledgement to honor the history where Stanford resides. Stanford lands are home to over 65 prehistoric Native American sites. Stanford University recognizes that we sit on the ancestral lands of the Muwekma Ohlone tribe. This land was and continues to be of great importance to the Ohlone people. Consistent with our values of community and inclusion, we have a responsibility to acknowledge, honor, and make visible the university's relationship to Native peoples. Some people don't understand the importance of having a graduation that celebrates the accomplishments of our Black undergraduate and graduate students. But we understand the gravity of holding space during commencement week to be unapologetically Black and to celebrate the beauty of our community. To celebrate the beauty of our community, coupled with the brilliance of our graduating students. Black graduation celebrations are held each year at many historically white institutions across the country. Most were born out of Black graduating students not feeling that the university commencement is able to fully affirm and celebrate their journey through the institution. These celebrations are intended to complement, not replace, the university commencement by providing a culturally significant space to honor our graduates. Black graduation at Stanford is a celebration of all types of Blackness. This is a broad term in our community that encompasses the many identities and experiences that make up our students from the Black diaspora. This includes students that are first in their family to attend college, to students who come from families who have been educated for several generations. This includes students from working class families, affluent families, and in between. This includes Black American students, as well as students that are first and second generation students from family who have immigrated to the States. The theme of this year's Black graduation celebration is trailblazing together, creating community, shaping the future. Despite unprecedented challenges, graduates, you all insisted on moving forward and drawing on the strength of those who came before you, both at Stanford and in your own families. You all built a Stanford experience with joy, community, and intention. It does not erase the hardships that you may have experienced, but it does teach us that no matter what you all have to overcome in the future, you are capable of thriving. Black graduation at Stanford also serves as a reminder of the graduating students that in the class of 1975 felt it was time to create a ceremony that provided a space to celebrate and acknowledge Black graduating students. They wanted to emphasize that earning a degree from Stanford is not just their own personal accomplishment, but a communal one, which is why the presentation of kente sashes by family members was incorporated into the ceremony from the beginning. We are happy to be celebrating 50 years of Black graduation with all of you this evening. Holding our Black graduation in Memorial Auditorium is symbolic for our community. In 1968, during the Stanford's Response to White Racism Symposium that took place in this very auditorium following the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., members of our Black Student Union took the mic from the then provost and presented the university with a list of 10 demands. That included the additional hiring of faculty of color, increased admission of students of color, the creation of the program, now Department of African and African American Studies, and the creation of the Black Community Services Center. This academic year, our theme in the Black House has been Our Tables, Our Stories, Nourishing Our Collective Well-Being. We have been focusing on the concept of gathering. We know the power of intentionally creating spaces to be in community with one another in person. We know joy, resilience, and healing are fostered, connections are created, resources are shared, and memories are made. This evening's Black graduation celebration is a powerful embodiment of this theme, and we are honored to celebrate it with each of you. To the graduates, I applaud all of you for your ability to continue to adapt and pivot as we all navigate these challenging times on our campus, the US, and the world, and as we process so much happening daily. I have experienced the brilliance of the class of 2025, and I am learning that you are not just looking to make an impact here on campus, but you're looking to bring back your social capital to your home communities. Graduation is a culmination of your time spent studying, doing piece sets, writing papers, completing internships, and running on minimal hours of sleep. For some of you, this also meant navigating the extra layer of being the only or a very few Black students in your classroom, which brought about an extra awareness of your multiple identities. For some, this meant constantly feeling like you had to prove that you belonged here or feeling tokenized and that you had to speak on behalf of the entire Black community. For others, you may have thrived and used being underrepresented in your program or major to your advantage. Whatever your experience, there were lessons learned and bonds created that ultimately led you to this moment. Family and friends, thank you for your ongoing support. We know y'all have been cheering your graduates on along this journey and that you are beyond proud of them. A celebration of Blackness in the Stanford context means a celebration of achievement, a celebration of excellence, a celebration of our ancestors, and a celebration of family. With that said, let's celebrate our graduates this evening. Now please welcome to the podium Asukulu Songolo to the podium to the right for the invocation. Asukulu is receiving their BA in International Relations and is originally from Portland, Oregon. Welcome them to the stage.
I want to start by thanking Jesus Christ for carrying me and my family from refugee camps to this auditorium. I thank my parents for having the strength to carry themselves from their home in the Democratic Republic of the Congo to here in Portland, Oregon, and now Stanford University for me. I want to thank my brothers, Prudence, Felix, Monga, and Emmanuel, my friends here today, as well as my family and ancestors who couldn't be here today. I especially want to thank the descendants of enslaved African Americans in this country who have allowed me, a child of African immigrants, to dream big. And to you, the class of 2025, this is your invocation. I shouldn't be here. In 1996, newlyweds Salome and Echai Tabo ran from the sound of bullets in their home of Uvira in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. In 1997, they settled in Zambia's capital, Lusaka, as refugees. In 2003, Salome and Echai Tabo gave birth to twin boys, the first named Monga, meaning firstborn of twins in Kibembe, and the second, me. My name is Asukulu, meaning secondborn of twins. In April of 2004, just days after my first birthday, my parents opened a letter from the United Nations Commissioner for Refugees that changed our lives. It granted asylum to them, my 4 siblings, and me in Portland, Oregon. In April of 2021, 17 years after that day, I opened a letter that would change my life, bringing me here to you today. At the end of my first year here, my uncle Alvin passed away. My uncle died an honorable man, a caring father, and a loving husband. He lived his life with purpose, a purpose that didn't come from countless degrees or titles. But coming into Stanford as an international relations major, I thought that said degrees provided the purpose I needed. I was wrong. Pursuing a JD PhD and becoming Dr. Asakulu Songolo JD was not my purpose. I realized that none of these accolades mattered in the end. What did matter? It was about the way you make people feel, the way people change because you were there. When my uncle passed away, I was at my lowest. I remember feeling empty, questioning everything, my major, myself, God, and then the doubt crept in. I shouldn't be here. I spent my sophomore year searching for meaning that could only come from finding a purpose. And the following summer, I began to see that purpose. Through Stanford's Institute for Diversity in the Arts Lyric McHenry Fellowship, I interned in fashion, falling in love with the art of making clothes, being able to take visions and ideas in my head and make them into tangible clothes that people could feel good in, made me grow enamored with the world of fashion. It was then that I had the idea to launch my fashion brand, Lo'ondo, meaning love in my family's tribal language, Kibembe. Somehow, this international relations major and soon-to-be graduate stands in front of you an artist. I honor my communities in the Congo, Portland, Paris, and Stanford, my family, my ancestors, and most of all, God, through creating clothing that allows people to feel like their most authentic selves. The fabric of my identity has led me to where I should be, here today. Out of the nearly 13.6 million reported refugees in 2004, the UNHCR resettled only 30,000 people, including my family and me. Now that I am here, I have a responsibility to myself, my family, God, and all of those who have not had the opportunity that I am so fortunate to have. Today I stand before you, having chosen to accept one thing. I should be here. We should be here, each and every one of us. Today we move forward from here, choosing to thrive, lean on our communities, and shape the world for the better. Amidst strife, political instabilities, and genocides in Congo, Flint, Michigan, Sudan, Los Angeles, California, Haiti, and Palestine, we must resist the call to remain silent. We should fight for a tomorrow that is brighter for those who don't have the same chance that we all do. Despite the odds of what shouldn't have happened, we are here, and we are here to stay. We are now called to leave this place and make a difference. Felicitations, Mwakole, and congratulations.
I am joined on stage by our honored platform guests. They are a collective of key faculty, administrators, and alumni who have been teaching, challenging, and supporting our graduating students during their tenure at Stanford. Our alumni and trustees represented on stage have gone above and beyond to provide ongoing support to our community as well. Each person on stage is a close partner to us in the Black Community Services Center. I will now introduce each of our platform guests. Please stand and wave when you hear your name, and please remain standing. Audience members, please hold your applause so I can get through their names. And hopefully I have everybody captured. They look so great up here. Ingrid Anderson, Director of Transfer Advising Programs in the Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, Academic Advising. Brian Brown, Kalamachari Professor of Science Education in the Graduate School of Education. Cheryl Brown, Assistant Vice Provost, Stanford Residential Education. Matthew Clare, Assistant Professor, Sociology. Sarah Durbu, Assistant Professor in Classics, Humanities, and Sciences. Dr. Shirley Everett, Senior Associate Vice Provost, Residential and Dining Enterprises, and Special Advisor to the Provost. Allison Hobbs, Associate Professor of American History in the Department of History. Marion Gill, Deputy Director of our Cantor Arts Center. James Jordan, Director, Diverse Alumni Community Engagement, Stanford Alumni Association. He's also a Stanford alumnus. Zandra Jordan, Director of the Hume Center for Writing and Speaking. Jason Maiden, VP of Chief Design Officer of Jordan Brands. He's also a Stanford alumnus. Jamila McDaniel, Senior Director, Student Success and Engagement, School of Engineering. Dio Mitchell, Senior Associate Director, Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, Stanford Introductory Studies. Anna Okomu, Clinical Research Coordinator Associate in the School of Medicine, Biochemistry, and she's also our Black Staff Alliance co-chair. Ato Kwesan, Professor of English in the chair in the Department of African and African American Studies. Majiza Sanchez Guzman, Associate Dean, Medical Student Affairs, School of Medicine, Education Programs and Services. Felicia Smith, our inaugural Racial Justice and Social Equity Librarian, Stanford Libraries. William Tarpey, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering and Stanford alumnus. Tracy Webb, alumna and Stanford National Black Alumni Association immediate past co-president, current board member, and tonight's MC. Dana Weeks Ugwinali, Stanford alumna and 2024 Stanford Alumni Association Multicultural Hall of Fame inductee. Elliot White Jr., Assistant Professor of Earth System Science. Felicia Williams Cozy, Lecturer in Organizational Behavior, I-Lead in the Stanford Graduate School of Business. Charles Young, Stanford alumnus and Stanford Board of Trustee member. Sakina Young Skaggs, Senior Associate Dean of Religious and Spiritual Life, Pastor of Memorial Church and the Office of Religious and Spiritual Life, and our Jan Barker Alexander Resident Fellow, Ujima House. Let's give them a hand. Did I miss anybody? Folks weren't on my list. Y'all want to come to the mic and introduce yourselves quickly?
Dr. Iris Gibbs, faculty member at the School of Medicine in the Department of Neurosurgery and Radiation Oncology.
Chad Coates, Associate Director, Edge Doctoral Fellowship Program in the Office of the Vice Provost of Graduate Education.
Let's give them a round of applause. All right, y'all may be seated. We would like to also extend a special thank you again to Tracy Webb for being tonight's MC, Dr. Sakina Young Skaggs, Marion Gill, William Tarpey, Sarah Durbu, Zandra Jordan, Ingrid Anderson, Jamila McDaniel, Anna Okomu, and Felicia Williams Cozy for being tonight's readers of our graduates' names and degrees later on in the program. I would now like to invite to the podium our MC for this evening, Tracy Webb.
Whew. You made it. You made it. Parents and family, you brought your village to bring these students across this threshold. So bravo, brava, bravi, all of that. Good evening, everyone. It is a true joy to be here on this most important occasion as we celebrate the momentous achievements of our graduates. We are celebrating your hard work, your intellect, your drive, and your commitment to excellence. You are the current bearers of the torch of Black achievement at Stanford. You are now part of the Stanford Black alumni family that will celebrate our 40th anniversary next year. We will have a party. Okay, all are invited. Yet, we all stand on those first Black students at Stanford and those years in the 60s and 70s when we first had a critical mass of Black students on the farm. You all are well poised to carry on this legacy. As others have noted, you have persevered through challenging times, to say the least. Never, ever, ever forget your worth and that you are enough just as you are. Never forget that you have an entire international village supporting you. We got some pages stuck together, and I can't go off script because, you know. Always remember, even in the most challenging of times, and still we rise. We always will. Now it is your turn to shine. You have made all of us so proud. Let's get on with the celebration. Now, let's please welcome Michelle Ikenma Kalu to the stage for the undergraduate student address. Michelle is graduating with a BA in African and African American Studies and in International Relations. Michelle?
You should never forget where you came from. So before I start my speech, I got my Su Igbo. Ndewonu. Igbo kwano. Unabiale. Ahambu Michelle Ikenma Kalu. Abum Onye Ohafia, Dina Abia State, Dina Nigeria. Ana me ekele unu. Ndewonu. Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle Ikenma Kalu, and I'm a child of Ohafia. I would like to greet you all. While y'all have always known me as the girl with the low cut, I had only started rocking this style a few months before coming to campus. I remember how gagged and scared my parents were, thinking that the hair made me stand out too much when I was going to a place where my goal should have been to blend in. Ignoring them, I stood firm in my choice. It marked a fresh start for me, though I didn't know how many fresh starts I'd be walking into during my first year on the farm. We were the first class to be welcomed back to campus in full force post-pandemic, and with that came its challenges. The struggle to find and build community in Black spaces when a lot of our knowledge base had either graduated or decided to take time off was difficult. How do you find people who share your own values, whose Blackness reflects your own, who can understand what it took for you to get to a place like this, and who can be there to help you thrive? The fresh start I was looking for came at me in these moments, where finding connection seemed harder than it ever had before. This, paired with the fact that as a Black student on this campus, there is no way to blend in. That's why my hair is platinum blonde now. You will forever stand out just by the nature of this institution's desire to erase us and our impact from spaces that were never made for us. I remember being told that the only reason I even got into this institution was because of affirmative action. Imagine hearing those words and many others like that, having the weight of our communities back home and looking for belonging here, wanting to pave a path for others that you yourself haven't found the strength to brave. And even now, it's become harder to pave that path when it feels like our country is moving so many steps back, threatening our right to an education that addresses the systemic harms Black diasporic people have faced for decades. ignoring the fact that generations of people barred from institutions just like this one were the very ones who built it from the ground up. But even when connection felt distant, when the world felt like it was crumbling right before our eyes, when people asked, "How do you like Stanford?" and we had too many emotions and experiences to put it into words, y'all showed up. Y'all showed up at the impromptu term and fountain party freshman fall, the late night yap sessions in Ujima, every cultural show, every Black Fest, every Black Friday, every community discussion. Y'all showed up in classrooms where at times we were the only people who looked like us, in club meetings where we discussed how to bring our community together in times of need, where we strategized how to build networks of support even when the lives of our people were being threatened or taken away every single day in a world that doesn't value Black life. You showed up for your brothers and sisters in Palestine, Sudan, and the Congo, organizing events and educating others on the power of collective action for liberation. Wherever we needed each other the most, y'all showed up. And little by little, we didn't just find community, we built it. We didn't wait. We didn't wait for it to be handed to us. We stepped into the legacy of Black Stanford boldly, creatively, and with so much care. We revived orgs that had gone quiet. We started new ones because we saw a need and knew we could fill it. Shout out RNS. From cultural showcases to Black organizing efforts, mental health advocacy, to joyful celebrations of Blackness in all its forms, we made sure that wherever Black people were, there was space for healing, for excellence, and for joy. And we didn't do it alone. We leaned on those who came before us, on the stories, the warnings, the love they left behind. We clung to what they gave us, and we made sure to leave something better behind us, too. That is trailblazing. That is what it means to create community and shape the future at the same time. And shaping the future isn't always glamorous. It's in the late nights, the hard conversations, the organizing meetings that ran too long, the group me clapbacks. It's in the advocacy work Black women and gender marginalized people put into this community just for their hard work to go unrecognized. It's in the tensions that exist from being too alike and so different at the same time. We've had our moments, rifts in the currents that tie us together across the diaspora, siblings who always fight but make up every single time. We have always chosen to still show up with love, because as Viola Davis said, I found that not only did I have fight in me, I had love. And y'all had both. You had the fight to demand more, to demand equity, recognition, inclusion, and care. To fight for each other and for yourselves, for community spaces like CAS, for coalition building, and behind closed doors where our voices weren't heard, there was y'all, working hard for us to get what we need, not only to survive, but to thrive. Even beyond that, to help the classes after us know viscerally what it means to be a part of a community, a family, with all its dysfunctions, disagreements, its endless care, and radical joy. To build and sustain Black spaces at an institution that feels determined to erase all that we are is not an easy task. It takes intention. We have fought for every inch of visibility, every scrap of recognition, every space where we could just be. And still, our numbers on campus are shrinking year by year. The statistics tell a story of a shifting university culture that too often treats diversity like a box to check, not a community to invest in. But even when the institution forgets us, we remember each other. We carry the memory of every Black student who came before us, those who protested, who organized, who built the very foundations we now stand on. And we do what we've always done. We build. We create the spaces we need, even when they're not handed to us. We fight for each other, not just to survive here, but to thrive, to dream endlessly beyond the limitations anyone may set on us. Even in the full spectrum of difference that we carry, we've learned how to hold each other, not always without tension, but always with care. You had the love to hold space for one another, to make each other laugh, to cry together, to mourn together, to cheer louder for each other than we ever did for ourselves. That's what this class has done. We didn't just return to campus after a pandemic. We redefined what Black community could look like on this campus, and we did it with our hearts wide open. We are not here by chance. We are here on purpose. And that purpose, class of 2025, has been fulfilled. Our very gathering today is a declaration. We are still here. We are still building. And we are still shaping a future where Black joy, Black intellect, Black creativity, and Black love become the central point with which we move for change. So today, as we graduate, I want us to carry that same spirit with us into our careers, our relationships, our movements, our futures. Because no matter where we go, we are forever a part of a community that chose to love out loud, to build something lasting, and to blaze a trail not just for ourselves, but for everyone who will come next. To the Black class of 2025, you are the future we've been dreaming of. Keep fighting, keep loving, and never forget, you don't have to blend in to belong. Sometimes the boldest thing you can do is stand out, low cut and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, for those very powerful words. One line from that lovely, lovely talk really stands out. Remember this, wherever you are, to everyone in this auditorium, we are not here by chance, we are here on purpose. You belong in whatever space you choose to step in. Thank you again, Michelle. Now let us please welcome Deshaun Maxwell Garcia for the artistic expression. Deshaun is graduating with an MA in education. Deshaun?
Come on now. Yeah, we thick in here. Golly. All right, y'all. First, before I get started, I gotta do a couple shout-outs. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my grandma for watching over me. Shout out to the folks that couldn't be here. And shout out to Ryan Coogler for Sinners. So. I love being Black. But one thing I love more than being Black is being Black amongst other Black people. And with that, I confess my dependence on the presence of others that look like me on my success and comfort. But as I look into this sea of people, I see something deeper than caps and gowns and a graduation. I see people who have fought and deserve to be here, a direct connection to our ancestors, worked tirelessly, endlessly. I'm talking sleepless nights. With this in mind, I'm gonna ask everyone to close their eyes and revisit where you have been. Those late night study sessions, hard times, tears, uncertainty, sickness, the heaviness of the work we've put in, not to mention the weight of being Black in this world, and open your eyes and see where you are now and who you are surrounded by. I wanna create space for our ancestors, those that came before us, but energies still flow within us, the peoples whose hands tell stories, fingernails that contain memories, and spirits that continue to be unwavering, the shoulders of giants we stand on and the giants we are yet to become. But there's a reason that their shoes may be too big to fill, and that's because we were meant to create our own on a similar blaze trail. It takes a village. Man, my fault, y'all. Thought I was gonna be able to do this off the top. Let me get a refresher. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. All right. Today, you walked out with a cap and gown, but sit here in a robe with a crown. Black kings and queens, this is a groundbreaking moment. And while the world fears of our success, I pray you never fear it yourself. Walking together as trailblazers in any and every setting we step foot in, with a fire that burns so ferociously towards the things we lay our hands on. And someone asks who did it, and I say, who else? That's us. Thank y'all. But let me be real. This work is exhausting. And while we'll always have to work as a community, we have to promise ourselves grace and patience. I'm thinking of the legend of John Henry. See, we can work and work and work, but the machine will always be there to be, and we cannot defeat the machine if, one, we do it alone, and two, we don't give ourselves the grace our spirits need. And from this day forward, let your footsteps be ever so present in the concrete you walk on here, with a degree and a dream, and two more things: melanin, woo, and the capacity. Let's talk about it. The capacity to thrive, be change makers, be risk takers, and most importantly, be unapologetically who you are. We define that ourselves. We've been doing things DEI can't take credit for. Don't get it twisted. It's on us and it's in us, and nobody can wear this skin better than us. This skin color, worth much more than gold, with the durability and malleability of bronze. Therefore, we must treat it as such in a world that is less than quick to look out for us, but is constantly on the lookout for us. We have to look out for one another. And on that note, somebody let me hold $1. Come on, let's talk about it. I need it. It takes a village to be fearless in the face of fear. But while it's a big world we have to face, this village will continue to live on from generations as long as we remember the moments like the one we are in now. Be you, be black, be the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Deshaun. That was brilliant and very inspiring. There's, again, one line that just resonates. The whole thing was beautiful. And while the world fears of our success, I pray that you never fear in yourself. Always remember that. The ancestors are guiding you, and those with you in your village now will help carry you through. Please join me in welcoming Fatoumata Bari to the stage for the graduate student address. Fatoumata is receiving an MA in Sustainability Science and Practice, as well as a BA in Sociology. Welcome, Fatoumata.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. And thank you for the folks at the BCSC for this lovely night. I want to thank the friends and mentors that came all the way out to support me today. I am infinitely grateful. But most graciously, to the class of 2025, y'all look so good today. Y'all look good every day, but today especially. Today is truly a beautiful day, but I can't help but feel grief. See, graduations are always the hardest for me. Seeing everyone with their families brings me ever so close to the edge of something that I no longer have. It reminds me of the empty seat that will always be there for my mother, who I lost during my junior year. For a long time, grief colored my world blue. The same blue that fills cold, cloudless mornings. A blue breaking that I thought would never make me strong. And see, sometimes at Stanford, things move so fast, it feels like if you're not moving at the same pace as everyone else, you'll easily get left behind. And that's the last thing you want when you're grieving. To be forgotten in the rush, to be expected to keep up when your world had come to a complete stop. This was really a struggle for me. None of my friends knew the right words, and I felt like I was spilling all over the place. There didn't seem to be any space at Stanford that could hold what I was going through. But in the stillness of this grief, I found space to slow down in a community whose world has also stopped and came to a halt on October 7th. This space was also very heavy with grief, and they did something interesting with those emotions. They organized and they disrupted. And in the labor of organizing alongside them, I helped create Stanford's first Congo Week. I was given the space to slow down and learn from indigenous Congolese leaders who carry centuries of grief in their voices, despite enduring a 30-year war fueled by the world's unending plunder of its resources, cobalt, copper, coltan, minerals that fuel the global economy. The frontline communities that I met chose to move at the pace of healing. And so I realized, so must I. They understood that personal grief and political grief are not separate rivers, but of the same current. I hadn't connected my grief to the global struggle for liberation until I was in community with others who could see the world, my loss, in its full complexity. In the labor of also organizing the Campaign of Care, in this community, I found love. The kind of love that insisted on its worth. The kind that didn't rush my becoming. Love that was worth the wait. Class of 2025, the world we are inheriting is so heavy with injustice. It will try to make us forget our tenderness, to sever us from our roots, our communities, from the love that is needed to heal and rebuild. But let us refuse the myth of individual success that isolates us, and instead trailblaze futures that honor every story, every struggle, every seat at the table, even the empty ones. I'd like to dedicate this moment, this milestone, to my mother, to the empty seat that still teaches me how to stand tall, to her love, which lives in every word I speak and every dream I dare to hold. And I invite all of us to be the ones who remember, the ones who rebuild, and the ones who mend broken hearts by learning to love again and again. Those who never stop imagining a world where no one is left behind. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Fatimata. That was so heartfelt. You know, love is and always has been at the foundation of our culture. It is the foundation upon which we build our success. We hold each other, we care for each other, we look out for each other. Never forget that that love for yourself and for those around you and your community will sustain you even in the darkest times. So thank you, Fatimata. We really, really appreciate it. We are so grateful for the continued support of our Stanford Black alumni community, affectionately known as Chocolate Cardinals. Recent endowments from the Carr family and Nadja Rollinson to the Black Community Services Center are examples of the ongoing alumni commitment to the Black community at Stanford. I would now like to invite alumnus Jason Maiden, class of 2011, to the stage to present the alumni charge to the graduating class. You are all members of the Stanford Black alumni now. Go sign up, okay? Jason is a visionary designer, entrepreneur, and cultural innovator, shaping sportswear, technology, and creative entrepreneurship. As Chief Design Officer of Jordan Brand and co-founder of Trillicon Valley, an award-winning design consultancy, he has led innovation and key partnerships for athletes, entertainers, and global creatives. Please join me in welcoming Jason.
All right, good evening, good evening. Hold on, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I need more energy than that. Good evening. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir, we in the building. They let your boy back on campus. All right. To the mighty ones gathered here today, to the families who weathered the storm, to the faculty who nurtured the soil, to the ancestors who made a way through impossible terrain, and to you, the graduates, the bold, the believing, those who dare to imagine a world beyond containment, I greet you in power, peace, and divine provocation. I do not come to congratulate you alone. I come to confirm you. I do not come to flatter your accomplishments. I come to anoint your awareness. I am not here because I played the game well. I'm here because I remember it was never my game to play. I am not a byproduct of systems. I am the proof of their undoing. And you, beloved, thank you. And you, beloved, you are not here simply because you completed a curriculum. You are here because you began to unlearn the lie that you must produce to be worthy, the lie that your intelligence is dangerous unless it's diluted, the lie that your success must always be paired with a suffering too large to name. We reject the lie because Blackness is not a pathology. It is not a condition to be fixed, studied, or praised in convenient increments. Blackness is, period. It is the original intelligence, as fluid as breath and as vast as possibility. So what then is education? Let us not forget. The word educate comes from the Latin educere, to draw out, not to cram in, to pull forth the truth that already exists within you. So ask yourself, if this is called higher education, then let it be a rising, not just in knowledge, but in knowing. If the mind has expanded, then surely the soul must stretch too, toward wisdom, towards wonder, towards wholeness. We were not made to merely climb ladders, we were made to build civilizations, not just of stone and steel, but of spirit, family, and meaning. Because yes, let it out, go ahead, let it on out. Because the truest measure of a people is not their productivity, but the presence they offer one another. The family unit chosen of blood is not a luxury. It is the original ministry. It is where identity is rooted, where legacy begins, and where love is practiced into permanence. In a world addicted to scale, let us return to what is sacred, to awaken, to remember, to carry the fire forward. And if the price of admission into modern success is low expectations and high blood pressure, then we must reject the ticket altogether. Because you were never meant to survive this world by becoming a machine. You were born of rhythm, of earth, of divine intelligence made tangible in skin and song. You are not here to grind, you are here to glow. To the black and the brilliant in this country is to be told you must always win, that you must carry the burden of perfection, that failure is fatal, that grace is a luxury for others. But I say, rejoice in the undoing, find glory in the pause, unlearn their definition of loss. You are not behind, you are not too late, and you are not incomplete. You are being refined, not delayed. You are being sanctified, not sidelined. You were not made to labor, you were made to love. And love, when it is rooted in truth, is the greatest form of remembrance. So I say to you now, nice guys don't finish last. We outlast. We endure, we transform, we resurrect. We don't chase the spoils, we honor the process. You are not your degree, you are not your job title, you are not your productivity. You are resonance. You are the dream of the divine, given breath, bones, and brilliance. I do not speak these words as a performance. I speak them as a command to space and time. Align, submit, yield to the will of the unawakened. These graduates do not deserve the illusion of scarcity. They walk in sovereignty. They can't, let it out. I'm telling y'all, let this energy out. They carry the DNA of nations and the code of prophets. They are not becoming, they already are. Let this moment stretch backwards and forwards and ripple across generations, a declaration to every system built on their erasure. You cannot bind what God has declared free. So now I charge you, not to be deceived by empty praise. Be not seduced by seats at hollow tables. Build your own and bless the food. Speak your truth, not just loudly, but clearly, not just for yourself, but for the ones watching in silence. Lead not with fear, but with remembrance. Let your life be a sermon that needs no microphone. And when the world asks you who you are, do not list your resume. Simply say, I am, I was, and I will remain Black, brilliant, and beautiful. And I leave you with one thing. Your journey will not be easy, but it is not impossible. You are the manifestation of every one of the prayers that have been laid on you in the world that prays on you. Do not walk into any room with fear in your heart. Walk in with the certainty that you belong everywhere you step your foot. You are sovereign, you are free, and you are mighty. Congratulations to this brilliant class of 2025.
Look around. This moment is yours. Today we celebrate not just a graduation, but a transformation. You arrived on campus full of potential, and you leave today as a trailblazer.
You are the fruit of a powerful legacy. Your Stanford experience not only challenged you, but it sharpened, shaped, and stretched you and your vision. Right now, starting today, for each and every one of you, nothing is impossible.
Class of 2025, the road to getting here was not easy. Even when the world felt uncertain, headlines overwhelmed, and the future seemed unclear, you continued to show up. You locked in and you made it happen. Congrats, we are so proud of you.
In the face of chaos, you found purpose. You created belonging where there was none. You raised your voice when silence was not an option.
Let your curiosity guide you, your values ground you, and never doubt that you have everything you need to shape what comes next.
This is your time to build. Build careers, build movements, build communities that reflect the dignity and brilliance you carry within you.
The road ahead might not always be easy, but it'll be worth it. You've already proven you have the heart, the drive, and the vision to make a real impact.
So keep going, keep questioning, and keep creating. The world needs your voice, your leadership, and your fire.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Welcome to the Stanford Black alumni community. We're so proud of all that you have accomplished and are excited to see what you may achieve in the future. Please know that we're a family and we are so looking forward to you working with us to help keep our community thriving.
If we could offer one piece of advice, it would be this: lead with integrity, stay connected, and never underestimate the power of collective purpose.
Today is more than a milestone. It's a launch. We see you, we celebrate you, and we truly believe in all that you're about to do.
Congratulations, brothers and sisters, class of 2025.
Welcome and congratulations.
Welcome to the Stanford Black alumni family.
Let's keep trailblazing together.
Those are my board members, y'all. Those are my people. All right. So before we acknowledge any alumni in the room, Jason, I just have to say, you preached, okay? And had I had a fan, I would have popped it, okay? Particularly when you said, Blackness is not a pathology. Being Black is an honor. You carry that honor with grace and pride into any space you walk into because you deserve to be there and you own it. I would now like to ask any Stanford alumni in the audience to please stand. Welcome to each and every one of you, and thank you for being a part of this amazing family. I do have to say one thing off script, so I know they're gonna start giving me the side eye, but did any of you hear about our last summit in New Orleans, Louisiana? We turned out, okay, and had a fabulous time. And the reason we did is because we came together. It was a village effort, and it was amazing. These are the type of things that you are now a part of, and we need you. We're almost at the grand event. I know you all are ready, but let's make sure we all understand the importance of this moment. For that, please welcome George Kojo from Brican to give the Kente Stole significance. George is graduating with an MA in computer science and a BA in computer sciences. George.
Mimamo Ajo Yajeme Ahenwa. Mizin ze Kojo Frimpong Berkrang. Good evening, everyone. My name is George Kojo Frimpong Berkrang, and I am honored to present the meaning of the Kente Sash to you as a Ghanaian. The Kente cloth originates from the Asante people of Ghana in West Africa. Woven since the 12th century, it was once reserved solely for kings and queens. Royalty adorned in threads that told stories without words. But Kente is more than just a fabric. It is a sacred language. With every crow, 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 he, a thread is woven by the hands of hard-working artisans, binding itself to others, inspired by the wisdom of the spider weaving its web. Each strand tells a story of resilience, of unity, of identity passed down from generation to generation. Kente is a visual representation of history, philosophy, ethics, and moral values. Each color, each pattern, each symbol is intentionally placed, each bearing a powerful meaning. The red in Kente represents the bloodshed of our ancestors in their struggles and sacrifices for independence from colonial rule. Gold represents the rich minerals of Africa. It symbolizes wealth in all its forms: financial, spiritual, and intellectual. Green represents the abundant vegetation of Africa. It symbolizes growth, fruitfulness, and vitality. Black represents maturity. It derives its significance from the notion that new things get darker when they mature. The golden stool is a sacred symbol of leadership, sovereignty, and the soul of the Asante Kingdom in Ghana. When the British forces attempted to seize it in the 1900s, the courageous Queen Mother of Ejuso, Yaa Asantewaa, stepped forward and led a war against them, even when the men remained silent. Protected by the blood of over 2,000 people, Asante people, the golden stool was never captured or claimed. It stands as a lasting embodiment of the power of community and the audacious strength of the African woman, even when the odds are against her. Today, Kente is not just any original fabric of Ghana. It is a living expression of who we are. It binds our past, celebrates our present, and carries our audacious hope for generations yet to come. As we wear it today, we step into a legacy and walk boldly into the future, threaded together one story at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, George, for that wonderful explanation of why we gather to celebrate our graduates in this way, our way. I would now like to invite Dr. Rosalyn back to the mic as we transition to the big moment, to the presentation of graduates. Dr. Rosalyn.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready? All right. Before we get started, as a reminder to clear the aisles, if you are standing in a doorway with the exit sign, please find a seat, because there's going to be a lot of moving around, okay? All right. Before we begin, I also like to shout out my team. So Black Community Services Center, our pro staff, they're probably running around or they may be backstage. Dom Johnson, our Assistant Dean and Associate Director. Dr. Maya Iverson Davis, our Assistant Director. Isan Meki, our Program Pipeline Manager. And Manen Teferi, our Special Events Coordinator. They're all running around trying to make sure everything goes smooth. All right. So thank you again, Tracy, emceeing. Now it's time for the moment we have all been waiting for, the presentation of graduates. Graduates and Kente Stoll presenters, please listen closely for instructions. Kente presenters, please remain seated. Bachelor's candidates with last names A through E, please stand. You will now be led by a volunteer to your spot quietly. Kente presenters, and you may begin leading them when they're ready, A through E. There you go. Kente presenters that will be presenting their graduates with their Kente sash on stage, please listen up and don't move yet. As a reminder, only 2 Kente presenters per graduate are able to join us on stage due to space limitations, as you see. A through E is lining up. So Kente presenters, you are going to line up in this aisle that you see the graduates walking to. So wait just a second for our graduates to get out of the aisles. Again, we're A through E. It's a lot of y'all. Beautiful. All right, so Kente presenters, you're going to be lining up in the aisle directly across from the graduates. Okay? If your graduate has a last name F as in Frank through Z, please remain seated. Okay, again, please keep the aisles clear. And I would still like to invite back to center stage Kiazi Malanga, class of 04, to perform the drumming interlude as folks begin to line up. Kente presenters, A through E, begin lining up as well. Last names A through E, Kente presenters. Take your time, but quickly. Safely, but quickly. Kente presenters, last name A through E only. Other Kente presenters, please remain seated. All right. A through E. Graduates, do you see your people? You see your family? You see your friends? Got it. Okay, we will start presenting our graduates. For this portion of the celebration, we have readers composed of faculty, staff, and alumni from our community. We will begin with our bachelor's candidates, followed by our master's candidates, as well, followed by our doctoral candidates. I would like to invite our first reader, Jamila McDaniel, Senior Director, Student Success and Engagement, School of Engineering, to the podium.
Joseph McCoy. Master's co-term Department Program Bioengineering BS, Computer Science MS. Sinai Dakni. Sinai Dani, BS Human Biology. Jaylene Sobers. Undergraduate BA, BS in Civil Engineering. Lyanne Ozumolam. Undergraduate Psychology, BA. Sadio Abdi. Undergraduate degree in Psychology and African American Studies. Yusuf Ayeb Bruham. Undergraduate Civil Engineering BS. Hope Adonam Shipman, Undergraduate BS in Earth Systems and Data Science minor. Jasmine Ike, undergraduate BS in Computer Science. Faith Ajanaku, undergraduate in Symbolic Systems and African American Studies minor. Uchuma Ukano, BS in Human Biology. Male Ayala, undergraduate Data Science and Social Systems Education honors. Alyssa Lynn Alexander, undergraduate African and African American Studies in Education and Sociology. Warda Ali, undergraduate Psychology and Medical Humanities minor. Josie Amu, undergraduate African and African American Studies in Environmental Systems Engineering. Elias Applebaum, undergraduate in Psychology. Nora Asimota, undergraduate Biomedical Computation. Hiwat Ayana, undergraduate in BS in Civil and Environmental Engineering. Helena Itamfasu, undergraduate in BS Computer Science and a Modern Language minor. Maseret Bahani, undergraduate Psychology and African American Studies. Crystal Bernandez, undergraduate Bioengineering and Medical Humanities minor. Martin Blue, undergraduate Symbolic Systems. Imgard Bonner, undergraduate Engineering BS. Corinne Branch, undergraduate BS Molecular, Cellular, and Development Biology and Music minor. Langston Budenhagen. Master's co-term, Urban Studies, Public Policy. Michaela Butler, undergraduate sociology. Brian Butler, undergraduate bachelor's in American Studies, Race, Religion, and Movements. Sayborn Campbell, undergraduate in Management Science and Engineering. Cameron Carmouche, undergraduate psychology. Aaron Carty, undergraduate history and data science minor. Kayla Collins, undergraduate psychology and African American studies minor. Hannah Clay, undergraduate bachelor's of science in computer science. Ryan Isaiah Kipchumba Chiluge, undergraduate symbolic systems, media and communication concentration. Oluyemi Cole, undergraduate bachelor's BA in International Relations. Kaya Cole, undergraduate in Philosophy, Comparative Studies, and Race and Ethnicity in Education minor. Casey Christmas, undergraduate African and African American Studies and Sociology. Jalil Cooper, undergraduate bachelor's in design. Michael Crino, undergraduate design. Sierra Corcoran, undergraduate theater and performance studies communication. Aya Daisy, undergraduate bachelor's in international relations and human rights. Iyanu Dare, undergraduate bachelor's in economics. Keenan Devon, undergraduate in public policy. Joanne Amelie Dupierre, undergraduate in Management Science and Engineering in Spanish. Michael Drago, undergraduate Comparative Studies in Race and Ethnicity and Education minor. Issei Dubre. Essay Dubre. Undergraduate Science, Technology, and Society and Communication. Nori Dupree. Undergraduate Psychology, Feminist, Gender and Sexuality Studies, Comparative Studies in Race and Ethnicity. Keithan Ducree. Undergraduate Psychology, Honors. Swade Dienen. Undergraduate Economics. Eban Ebsa. Undergraduate Symbolic Systems. Zoe Georgia Edelman. Undergraduate History, Political Science minor. Obina Ikagwo. Undergraduate Management Science and Engineering. Mohammed El Hassan. Undergraduate Biomedical Computation. Momo. Alexandra Ellison. Undergraduate Political Science and Spanish minor. Christopher Umaldi. Human Biology major. Elise Evans. Undergraduate Communication major. Now I would like to invite Anna Okumu, Clinical Research Coordinator, Associate of the School of Medicine, Biochemistry, and Black Staff Alliance Co-Chair, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
Thank you, Jamila. I will now present bachelor's graduates and Kente presenters with last names F through J.
And when you're done reading, you'll just hand me the card. still presenters. Again.
Presenters with letters starting with F through J, please join the graduates and line up.
You go on the line. Come on. We're good. We're ready.
Jordan Marie Finley, TAPS Acting.
You say theater and performance studies.
Theater and Performing Studies, TAPS Acting.
Okay.
Kelly Patricia Flowers, Psychology and Education minor.
Speak a little bit closer to the mic. A little bit closer to the mic.
Elisa Fong, Biomedical and Computational and Archaeology. Corey French, Human Biology and Creative Writing and Notation and Science Communication. Jasmine Rose Gonzalez, Computer Science and Public Policy minor. Taylor Hall, African and African American Studies and Education. Jordan Grant, BA Human Biology. Ari Gibson, International Relations and Economics minor. Carrington Grant, Mechanical Engineering. Rose Griffin, Communications and Spanish minor. Josiah Grids, Computer Science. Karatina Fukada Tessima, International Relations and Data Science. Justin Hall, Computer Science. Taylor Hamilton Hawkins, Data Science and Social Hankins, Data Science and Social Systems and East Asian Studies minor. Kyle Haslett, Economics and Mechanical Engineering minor. Zoe Hill, Environmental Systems Engineering with a concentration in energy systems. Jaden Honig, BS in Biomedical Computation. Iman Abraham, Mechanical Engineering. Robert Chibuza Ibokwe, Computer Science. Khadija Ismail, Computer Science and Education. Mohammed Ishmael, Electrical Engineering. Evan Jackson, Science, Technology, and Sociology. Isis Cole Jackson, Human Biology and Art History. Matthew Jackson, Symbolic Systems Program. Justin Jasper, Bioengineering. Iana Jones, Human Biology. Ayana Jones. Eric Jones, Mechanical Engineering, Product Realization. Yasser Jamal, Symbolic Systems. Charles Joyner, Computer Science. Xavier Jones, Chemistry major, Art Practice minor. Now I would like to invite William Tarpe, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
Thank you, Anna. I will now present bachelor graduates and Kente presenters with last names starting with letters K through O.
Can do.
Do I need to tell the Kente presenters to go, or they're good?
I would just reiterate it once the
Okay.
graduates are done.
Okay. Ashkala? Congratulations. Can you say your out? Rabia. Thank you, thank you.
Behind, yeah.
You'll go back. Rabia Louise Ayana Kabir. Comparative Studies in Race and Ethnicity with honors, minor in music. Kente presenters, please feel free to line up in the aisle directly in front of me and find your graduate across from you. Kagurabadza. Got it. Okay. Diego Kagurabadza. Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and American Studies. Congratulations. Tina. Do you Tima Kane. Bachelor's in Psychology with honors and Bachelor's in Economics. Michelle Akema Kalu. Bachelor's in African and African American Studies, Bachelor's in International Relations. Benita Kisembo. Bachelor's in Political Science, minor in Creative Writing. Hazel Lowy. Bachelor's in Linguistics. Dante Kirkman. Bachelor's in Art Practice. Lewis Edward, Bachelor's in Economics. Rodolphe Lapointe, Bachelor's in Management Science and Engineering. Ryan Liu, Bachelor's in Symbolic Systems, minor, Political Science. Congratulations. Nahom Maru, Bachelor's in Computer Science, minor, and Urban Studies. Rasan McFarlane II, Bachelor's in Earth Systems, minor in American Studies. Congratulations. Amaya Marian, Bachelor's in International Relations, minor in East Asian Studies. It's okay. You're doing great. You're doing great. Don't worry about it. Family, you'll pay back. Congratulations. Easy enough. William Antoine McLean Jr. William Antoine McLean Jr., Bachelor's in Management Science and Engineering. Lena McKahan, Bachelor's in Economics. Matthew Emmanuel McLean, Bachelor's in Economics, minor in Political Science.
Sydney Campbell Metz, Bachelor's in Biology, minor in Italian. Chijioke Mbawarike, Bachelor's in Computer Science, Master's in Computer Science. Ida Mulauzi, Bachelor's in Computer Science. Fatuma Mohammed, Bachelor's in Science, Technology, and Society.
Hello, congratulations.
Lena Mohammed, Bachelor's in Human Biology with honors. Joy Ann Malloy, Bachelor's in Human Biology, Bachelor's in Human Rights. Mary Tyler Mosley, Bachelor's in Human Biology, minor in Symbolic Systems. Sina Nick, Bachelor's in Environmental Systems Engineering, Bachelor's in African and African American Studies.
Hello, congratulations. I know you. Congratulations.
Ahmed Mohammed, Bachelor's in Mechanical Engineering. Jacqueline Oluwatofumi Muniz, Bachelor's in History. Kendall Ashley Murray, Bachelor's in Symbolic Systems. Kayla Ashley Myers, Bachelor's in Human Biology. Cameron Minor, Bachelor's in Economics. Yahaya Ndutu, Bachelor's, Computer Science. Lizianne Nemlin, Bachelor's in Human Biology. Tyler Newman, Bachelor's in Design and Creative Writing, minor, East Asian Studies. Chase Nuamu, Bachelor's in Computer Science, minor in Economics. Nkemjika Obi, Bachelor's in International Relations. Come on now. I thank you. Kwame Okran, Bachelor's in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor's in Linguistics. Aisha Olashwere, Bachelor's in Design.
Thank you.
Aaron Oliver, bachelor's in economics, bachelor's in computer science. Sherlock Jr. Langevin, bachelor's in data science and social systems. Iman Mohammed Omer, bachelor's in human biology. Matthew Onadeko, bachelor's in human biology with honors, minor in mathematics.
Hello, congratulations. Can you say your name, sir? Asher. I got you. Yes, okay.
Azure Onyewu, bachelor's in psychology, minor in Spanish. Okay. I would now like to invite Felicia Williams-Cozy, lecturer in organizational behavior and iLead, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
So I will invite the graduates with letter F. Last names, P through T, please line up. And Kente presenters, please come down the center aisle and be prepared to greet your graduates.
They'll hand you the card and then you'll hand me the card.
I'm sorry?
They'll hand you the card and then you'll hand me the card.
Okay. Derbu? Derbu?
It's like Derby, but yeah, you can say Derby. I think it's okay. I'm not 100% sure. You can ask them. Over there, he's like.
Oh, well. Nia Pattern, undergraduate linguistics and German studies, minor. Aliska Peacock, undergraduate symbolic systems. Aaron Perkins, theater and performance studies and English. Bryant Perkins, computer science and German studies. Jason Raines, management science and engineering. Raphael. Francis Raphael, electrical engineering. Leah Red, data science. Shaylin McMillan Anderson, sociology and political science. Sidorian Robertson, Design, Artificial Intelligence, and Digital User Experience. Chloe Wood Rollock, Chemistry, Biological Chemistry. Jaden Slocum, Symbolic Systems and Political Science. Saron Demami Samuel, Computer Science. Jaden Southern, Earth Systems.
I'm doing international relations.
Okay.
Sorry,
Asakulu Sindala. International Systems. International Relations. Maraki Solomon, Human Biology and Data Science. Naomi Solomon, Symbolic Systems. Kai Simpa, Design major, Computer Science minor. Lauren Summersill Sibley, Mechanical Engineering. Anu Oluwapo Sholola, Mechanical Engineering. Saray Sinville, Human Biology. Asani Iso Span, Engineering Physics. Jayla Elena Taylor, Human Biology. Elise Elizabeth Thurman, Computer Science. Michaela Tillery, African and American Studies, Urban Studies. Noelle Christina Jordan Tinker, Management Science and Engineering and Spanish. Now I would like to invite Sarah Durbu, Assistant Professor in Classics, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
Thank you, Felicia. I will now present bachelor graduates and Kente presenters with last names starting with letters U through Z. U through Z.
So they'll hand you the card, and then you hand me the card.
Noma Mary Jennifer Uche. Bachelor's in Data Science and Social Systems. Austin Uke, undergraduate, BS, Science, Technology, and Society. Maya Valman, undergraduate in Human Biology. Jacqueline Wanza Wambua, Bachelor's in Economics. Jacqueline Wanza Wambua, Bachelor's in Economics. Naya Ware, Bachelor's in Bioengineering and Art Practice. Ayana Griffin, Master's in Symbolic Systems and Computer Science. Justin Wilby, Bachelor's in Psychology. Ariana Wesley, Bachelor's in Psychology.
It's my mom's birthday. Can you say it's my mom's birthday?
Okay. Saba Weatherspoon, Master's in IR Computer Science. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mrs. Weatherspoon. Hermione Williams, BA, BS in Human Biology. Jonathan Williams, undergraduate in mathematics. Colin Wright, BA, BS in Communication. Lily Joy Winder, BA in Comparative Studies in Race and Ethnicity. Earl Wright III, undergraduate BA, BS in Symbolic Systems. Kelvin Kahiu Waititu, MS and BS in Computer Science. Willow Wisham Young, undergraduate BA, BS in Human Biology. This completes our reading of our students earning a bachelor's degree. now I would like to invite Ingrid Anderson, Director of Transfer Advising Program in the VPUE Academic Advising, to the podium to begin the reading of master's students.
Perfect. And then when they hand you the card, you hand it to me. Perfect.
All right, wait till they come up.
Oh, so say it again and say it's still presenters too. So say thank you, Sarah. I will
Thank
now
you,
present.
Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. I will now present master graduates and Kente presenters with last names starting with letters A through M.
And then say the Kente still presenters one more time. The Kente presenters one more time.
Kente presenters with last names starting with letters A through M.
Your first card.
Thank you. Jovan Agbekem. Masters, co-term MA, MS, Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Nolawi Ayala Work. Masters, co-term MAMS, Computer Science. Sala Ba. Masters, co-term Mechanical Engineering. Fatumata Badi. Masters, co-term Sociology and Sustainability, Science and Practice. George Kojo Frimpong Birikoram. Masters, co-term Computer Science and Energy Science, Engineering, Global Studies, minor. Kevin Boating, Master's co-term Electrical Engineering. Cyrus Buckman, Business MBA, Business Administration. Michael Leon Cherzen, Master's Education Data Science. Gabrielle Crooks, Master's co-term Sustainability Science and Practice. Olayinka Adekola, Master's co-term Computer Science. Giselle Gatewood, Master's Stanford Teacher Education Program, Elementary. Sebastian Gordon, Master's co-term STEP, Multi-Subject Elementary. Uizergwa Sonia Carida, Master's co-term Mechanical Engineering. Brianna Jocelyn, Master's co-term Education Policy, Organization, and Leadership Studies. Ahmad Koya Oyufua. Master's, Civil and Environmental Engineering.
I'm also bachelor's of computer science too.
Zoe Lynch. Master's co-term in Computer Science and Bachelor's in Computer Science. Dejan Maxwell Garcia. Master's of co-term, STEP Elementary Education. Charity McDowell. Master's co-term, Community Health and Prevention Research. Jordan Alexander Miller, MBA in Business Administration. Grady Ngaruka, Master's co-term Chemical Engineering. Sharon Njeri. Andrew Kwesi Nkansa. Business MBA in Business Administration. Will Desiree Docatella Moya. Master's co-term in Management Science and Engineering and Public Policy. Adria Nyarko. Master's Environmental Engineering. Jordan Horton, Master's in Environmental Engineering. Gloria Ijeoma Odeo Malam, MBA Business Administration. Abina Obojiwa Ofusu, Master's in Science and Computer Science. Chidema Rachel Okpara, Master's of Science, Community Health and Prevention Research. Thank you. Ngali Paintsil, Master's in Science, Mechanical Engineering. Laboris Perry, Masters of Education, Secondary History, Social Science, and English. Miles Reagans, Masters electrical engineering. Jaira Taylor, Master of Science in Computer Science. Rob Rush, MBA, Masters of Business Administration and Education. Camila Thompson, Masters in Public Policy. Ayana Washington, Masters of Science, Earth Systems and Environmental Communication. Oh, I did?
Isan, are we done with the masters? Doctor? 2 more? I guess, yeah, sure.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Sakina DeYoung Skaggs, Senior Associate Dean of Religious and Spiritual Life, Pastor of Memorial Church in the Office of Religious and Spiritual Life, and Jan Barker Alexander, Resident Fellow, Ujamaa House, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
I think you just have 2 people. But
So she read all the ones.
yeah, so I think you're just, yeah. You're going to start here and then just keep going. Right here. Thank you, Ingrid.
Thank you, Ingrid. I now present master graduates and Kente presenters with the last names with letters N through Z. I think we only have Z left, right?
I think we have W.
W and Z. Okay, left.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Dr. Waterford, her dad. Amira Waterford. Master's co-term, MA, Department Program is Management Science and Engineering.
Is that it?
That's it, because they,
I guess that completes the reading.
yeah,
Yeah?
she read all the other.
That's okay. Let's do this one.
This completes the reading of our students earning a master's degree. Now I would like to invite Dr. Marion Gill, Deputy Director of the Cantor Arts Center, to the podium to begin the reading of the doctoral students.
Where am I starting?
You're starting there.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Sis. I will now present all PhD and JD graduates and Kente presenters with the last names starting with letters A through M. Akarabra Cheatham West, Medicine, an MD, School of Medicine. Ria Soya Joda, MD, Medicine. Amalia Cox Johnson, graduate PhD, Materials Science and Engineering. Jamila Amani Morris, graduate, PhD, Anthropology, Cultural and Social. Gabriela Mwanga, graduate, PhD, Neuroscience. Umnia Hamja Najjar, graduate, PhD, Modern Thought and Literature and Black Studies. Reagan Nicole, graduate, PhD, Communication. Kwame Nya Nanje, graduate, PhD, Biochemistry. Yeah, I butchered it.
Are you on the ends right now? If you're on the ends, is that an end? Yes. So after you read that one, you're gonna do this. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
This.
So after you.
Abun Nam Neme Godson Osale, graduate, PhD, Mechanical Engineering. Now I would like to invite Zandra Jordan, Director of the Hume Center for Writing and Speaking, to the podium to present our next group of graduates.
Thank you, Marion. I will now present all PhD and JD graduates and Kente presenters with last names starting with letters N through Z. Jasmine Elena Halmer. PhD program in Mechanical Engineering. Matthew Alexander Randolph, PhD in History. Rachel Fatima Salia, Graduate School of Education, International Comparative Education. Ashley Saunders, PhD in Physical Chemistry. Kendra Sue Shabomahine, PhD in Education, Race, Inequality, and Language in Education, Curriculum and Teacher Instruction. Carice Chepchirchir Tirop, PhD in History and African History. McDulawet I'm sorry. Okay. PhD in Chemistry. All right. Crystal Winston. I'll say it one more time.
Say it again.
Crystal Winston, PhD in Mechanical Engineering.
I'm a master's. We had a technical slip up.
Christopher David Yusuf West, MBA, Business Administration. This concludes the presentation of our bachelor's, master's, and doctoral graduates. Congratulations to everyone. I will now turn it over to Dr. Rosalind for closing remarks.
Give yourselves a round of applause. I hope you enjoyed celebrating our graduates this evening. Putting together a ceremony of this magnitude takes months and months of planning, including multiple emails informing the graduates of information and deadlines for all the events connected to the Black graduation celebration. At each step of the way, there has been a committed group of people who have accommodated the needs of graduates and their families. Please give a round of applause as we thank the Black Graduation Planning Committee, Iman, Chioma, Jemima, Grace, and Samuel, and our BCSC professional staff, Dom Johnson and Manin Teferi. They all work together to plan this year's Black graduation events. I would also like to thank our MC, Tracy Webb, and our readers and our volunteers. To the class of 2025, remember that this community is here for you and will celebrate you along the way after you leave Stanford. Please create your own definition of success as you transition into this next chapter, especially as you leave the Stanford bubble. Keep your level of intellectual curiosity and integrity and commitment to your communities. Let's give them another round of applause. Graduates, please cherish this milestone with your family and friends, and please enjoy the rest of commencement activities this weekend. Graduates, we ask that you remain seated for a quick class photo that then you can join your guests. Family and friends, we ask that you now exit the auditorium, and if your student has a thesis or dissertation poster, please grab it from the lobby as you exit. Platform guests, you may exit as well. Again, the photo, graduates, please stay seated. This photo will be sent to you in the next couple of weeks. Thank y'all again for joining, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Graduates, hang tight for us, and we're gonna play the exit song. There we go.
Yeah. Hey man,
Graduates, hang tight. Photographer, if you would like to come on stage.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I ain't stunning what you saying when I walk through. I got all these boys staring when I walk through. I done make a few bands on the walk through. Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? I done make a few bands on the walk through. I done made a few bands on the walk through. People don't know, now I don't talk to. Me and Parliament and Brick, he a boss too. Sitting at the round table making balls move. I done walk through with Gucci on my feet. Who got more money, you or me? I'ma walk through usually with my dream Beverly that I got the tool on me. I done snuck past security. What the do you need glasses just to see me? When I'm coming full speed, got that V12 running. And I'ma jump the fence if I see 12 coming. Even if I were blind, I could still smell money. I can't trust no outside, cause they could tell them. I'm the alphabet boy, cause I keep a L on me. I good, throwing up my set in your hood. I be feeling like the man when